And we're done. That's the Lego Ideas minifigure vending machine, set 21358, 1,343 pieces. First off, minifigs. That's what this build is about. You've got 16 of them in there. I love all of them. If you like minifigs, this is the build for you. It's not a particularly difficult build as far as Lego techniques are involved. The outside structure is fairly basic. The real interesting portion is on the inside. There's two real parts of it that I like the most. One is the circular piece on the inside that keeps only one ball from going out at a time. And the other one, which is actually even more interesting to me, is the piece that guarantees that this won't turn unless there is a coin on the inside. So that's one of those are my favorite pieces about this build. Outside of just the way that it looks, I love the way that it looks. The design of it is perfect. The red pops. I love that, you know, you can see all of your prizes on the inside. Great build. For that, I'll give it a difficulty of about 5 out of 10. Again, and that's largely only because of the mechanisms on the inside. Those are a little more difficult to make sure that you line them up correctly so that everything works the way that it's supposed to. Enjoyability of the build, 10 out of 10 again. The anticipation of building it all the way up was really nice. Getting to put together all of my little minifigs and see what those were, that was also fun. And then, you know, putting them all in at the end, that was it's a lot of fun to see the completed build there. I'm not sure if it's more fun to see them in there or to just keep putting in the coin and spinning it and watching them come out. Either way, I love the build all the same. The other great thing about this build is the display ability. I already talked about the way that it looks. The red pops really nice, but it's something that you can leave out at home for guests to take a look at and look only specifically. Just make sure you hide all of your coins so that they can't abscond with all of your precious minifigs. I guess they could take the top off and reach in, but if you let somebody who would do that inside your house, then you made a mistake a long time ago. I don't know if I can buy the minifig container pieces separately, but I have some other minifigs that I would like to put in here in addition to the ones that came with this, so I'll see if I can find some of those. So displayability, 10 out of 10, definitely. The price of this build, it is $179.99, and I know a lot of people had a problem with that because it's only 1,300 pieces. For me, I never like to rate the sets based on price per piece because, one, I think they're fun, but at the end of the day, Legos are a luxury item. So I think for me, it's more along the lines of if you can afford it and you like the build, then it's always worth it. Obviously, you know, Lego, make it as cheap as you can. I'm certainly not advocating for super expensive Legos, but I'm just saying, if you like it and it's within your budget, I always say why not. And that's it for the Lego Ideas minifigure vending machine. Final thoughts, I will say definitely get this build if you can. It's fun for anyone who likes Legos, minifigs especially. If you like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.